The Phoenix Suns, Mat Ishbia, right? Ishbia. Mat Ishbia, billionaire mortgage lender, finalizing the purchase of the Phoenix Suns. The deal is expected to be completed in the near future. This would end the run for Robert Sarver. He's estimated to be worth $5.5 billion. There's some reports that this could go up, close to what? $4 million for the purchase of the Suns?
$4 billion. That's not
$4 billion, not $4 million. $4 billion. Yeah, $4 million. We might buy it. $4 billion. Now, this is interesting because he played basketball at Michigan. This is what we know about him. Played basketball at Michigan State under Tom Izzo. Won a national championship in 2000. He runs United Wholesale Mortgage. It's a $7 billion mortgage lending company. And he's got a track record of giving back. He gave $32 million for the new sports facility at Michigan State, $14 million to help pay for Mel Tucker's contract. So very, very involved in sports. So we are on the verge of having a new owner for the Phoenix Suns. And listen, I think this, we're all like, this was inevitable. It was going to happen. The second Robert Sarver said, okay, I'm going to sell the team, you start to have some sponsors say that I'm not going to be on board with sponsoring the team if Robert's still the owner. And I think at Robert at that time, there was a lot of pressure. You didn't get Adam Silver coming out and saying Robert Sarver has to sell the team like he did with the Clippers guy. But there was a lot of pressure on Robert to sell, from players, from fans, from sponsors. And I think Robert just decided in the best interest of the Phoenix Suns, in the best interest of everybody involved, let's put this team up for sale. That was a few months ago, and now we look like we are close to having finalization on the sale of the team.
And away we go. So Mat Ishbia will become, if everything gets, T's get crossed and I's get dotted, will become the youngest owner in the NBA at the age of 42. And if you're wondering how this young man made so much money, well, he did a lot of it on his own. His father started this company, United Wholesale Mortgage, in, I believe, 1986. And then when Matt graduated from Michigan State, he did play basketball. He was a walk-on, went to 3 Final Fours, won a national championship, part of that Mateen Cleaves, Mo Pete team under Tom Izzo, very famous there in the Motor City in the state of Michigan. He went out and worked for his father and then built that company into what it is today. And I talked to another prominent alum of Michigan State who's also a prominent booster at Michigan State. Talked to him today a little bit about Mat Ishbia, try to find out some stuff about Matt that I can't find on Google or online. And one thing he said, the headline was, this is despite all the wealth and success and the power, Gambo, that comes with wealth and success, this is about as down-to-earth a guy as you can find. And you mentioned Mel Tucker and the donations he's made back to the university. Look, a lot of guys donate to the school they went to that go on to make a lot of money. Here's why I think the Tucker thing is interesting, and I think Suns fans should be excited. This guy wants to win. He doesn't like to lose to the other guy. Now, Mel Tucker may turn out to be a bad investment, but the way that went down was Tucker won 11 games, and LSU started sniffing around. And Mat Ishbia said, oh, hell no, not on my watch. Let's pay this guy and keep him here in East Lansing. Here's a check for $14 million. So if that's the way he's going to run the Suns, I feel really good about this guy's aggressiveness when it comes to giving whoever the head coach is over his entire tenure here the best opportunity with the best players to go out and chase a championship each and every day. Because money is no object for Mat Ishbia.
Yeah, I spoke with somebody very close with him just a short time ago, and they said, listen, this guy is a psychopath for winning. Like, he crushed it when he took over his dad's business. There was just 12 employees there. He took it over basically at the lowest end, and he just crushed it. He hates losing. Not scared of the bigger guys either. Like, even in business, he goes after the bigger guys. And again, I was told, look, this guy's a psychopath for winning. Like, nothing matters more to him than winning. Even in doing deals, it was winning rather than making money. Some of the times on his deals were the most important thing. I just want to win and beat the other guy, even if I don't make any money on it. I want to make sure I take that business away from them. So he was really big at just winning the deal. He needed to win the deal. Every deal that he made was, I got to win this deal. And even if we lose a little bit on it, I'm going to win this deal.
Well, that's so funny. Mel Tucker may turn out to be a really bad investment for Michigan State, but the point is, Ishbia said, Ishbia said, there's no chance LSU's coming down here and coming up here and taking our coach. here's the money to make sure that Mel Tucker stays here. So that's the aggressiveness that you're going to like out of an owner. I think.
Well, it'll be. Listen, you'll come in, and I would imagine you come in, you clean house. I would imagine you come in, you hire you hire a bunch of people. Look, Robert Sarver is no longer running the Phoenix Suns, but there's still a lot of people involved in the Phoenix Suns organization. Not everybody's going to lose their job. Okay, not everybody's going to lose their job, but I imagine you come in and you put people in place that people in place that that you've got connections with. He's got a basketball background, for goodness sakes. He's got a basketball background, so I would imagine he comes in. I mean, I'm sure James Jones is fine and Monty's fine, but I think a lot of the other people he's going to want around him to be in charge, that he knows, that he trusts, and he can lean on, Tom Izzo and his basketball background to bring in those type of people. And even in the business world and running the business side of things, I'm sure he's going to have a lot of people that he's very familiar with to come to Phoenix and run that. But I would imagine this will be it, right? This will be the end of one era and the beginning of a new era. And, the Phoenix Suns are luxury taxpayers right now, and I think fans want to continue to see them be luxury taxpayers and committed to winning. And, maybe this is the guy. Maybe this is the guy that could bring the Phoenix Suns that elusive title that they've never won.
He strikes me as a guy who's not going to care about the luxury tax. This guy's going to want to win basketball. That's what I like about him.
A lot of the younger owners don't that have money. Like, the Padres, for instance, like their owner, like he just wants to win, So, he took over that team and he's spending money that like they don't make that type of money. Like the San Diego Padres, they got about the same television deals the Diamondbacks do. So, there are certain guys that come in and want to make their mark. They want to spend their money. You go back to like when it all started. Like Mark Cuban was at the forefront of the younger guy. It's a different breed. It's new owners. And we've seen a lot of new owners in all the sports really kind of come in and change the way things are. You got a lot of tech-savvy guys now, a lot of younger guys. They've made a lot of money, and they want to win. Like their goal is they want to win, and they'll spend money, even not like their own money on the team. A lot of guys come in, and Robert Sarver was like this. Many owners are. You come in and you say, okay, we bring in this much money, we'll spend this much money. I know Robert Sarver told me personally, my goal is not to make $50 million a year or lose $50 million a year. I'd like to break even every year. And the reason why is because eventually you're going to sell the team, and you're going to sell it for $4 billion when you bought it for $440 million. So the goal was, with Robert, most years is I'll lose a little bit, $5 or $6 million, or make a little bit, but it was never about let me make as much money as I can in 1 year. But it was also I don't want to lose a whole lot of money in 1 year. It was the money that he was always going to make was going to be at the end with the sale. And Robert had always intended to sell the team at some point. He's selling it probably, obviously, sooner, rather than later, sooner than he would have expected to sell it. But the goal for him every year is he wasn't looking to make a whole lot of money, but he just also wasn't looking to spend money that wasn't coming in.
I can't speak for Mat Ishbia, but I got the feeling that his business is United Wholesale Mortgage. That's where he's going to make his millions and billions. He bought the Phoenix Suns to win NBA championships and to compete and to beat the other guy.
He knows what it's like to win a championship, right?
And he's got an insatiable desire to own a professional sports team. He was heavily involved in trying to purchase the Denver Broncos. That obviously did not go his way, as a member of the Walton family was able to secure the Broncos. So he's been fishing in the professional sports pond for quite some time, and that is to feed his competitive nature. Obviously, he can't buy Michigan State athletics. He can write checks to help them win as much as possible. But this guy wants an athletic team. He wants a professional sports team, not to make money. He wants one to win. He's got United Wholesale Mortgage to make millions and billions, and that will continue to do so. He's here in Phoenix to win an NBA championship, not to worry about the bottom line.